Alright, so I got an update on the power steering pump project tonight. So this required several trips to the hydraulic supply place because these fittings are like 2 inches long straight and these hoses don't bend very much. And I was trying to fit it into a really confined space. So I ended up with this stainless wrapped, I think it's PTFE hose. Looks kind of like what you might use in a racing application. The fittings are just slightly shorter. I've got, kind of a straight across thing going on there out of the tank, maybe just a slight downward slope into the pump there. It didn't work with a 45 over on the reservoir side because that brought it down and interfered that direction with some stuff. So that was kind of the best arrangement to be had there. I don't think I'm going to get any air pockets in that. I've got all the fittings tightened up and in place, and I'm getting ready to fill the oil reservoir, which is a bit of a trick, but I managed to stuff this funnel up in there. So hopefully that stays put while I'm putting the 1040 weight in there. By the way, there is some debate about with the Shepherd power steering whether you should use ATF or 1040 or 1030. I used to run ATF in here, but when I replaced the pump, the steering gear, the Shepherd dealer and the publications that came with it said to run multigrade. I talked to the guy about that sold me the steering gear. They find a little bit better responsiveness with regular oil over running ATF. Now, of course, this advice doesn't apply if you have the older power assist style steering on these GM buses where there's a cylinder under there. That system still takes ATF. So let's go ahead and fill it up here and see if we get any air bubbles. We'll start it up, see what happens. All right, so we got fluid in the starter, or in the power steering. We're going to go ahead and just start it briefly here and shut it off. I just want to check for leaks and check the fluid. Hit it. Okay. I'll leave it off for a second. Okay. Check the fluid here. Okay, fluid's still good. Give me a second here. There is a sight glass on it. I'm just, I want to stick my finger in there and just check it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start it and let it run a little bit, and we're going to turn the steering wheels back and forth. Okay. check the fluid level again. We did we cycled the steering wheel back and forth, which tends to work the air out of the system, any air that is in it out. I want to take a peek in here and see if there's anything in there that looks aerated. Can't get my head in there, so I gotta use a mirror. It's pretty hard to see in there. I guess it's okay. Still got plenty of fluid in it. Oh, it did take a drink though. Let's see, how much is that down? Well, I'm dipping my pinky in there and I'm still coming out with a drop on the end of it. There is a sight glass, but oil tends to cling to it. There's oil visible in the sight glass, so I am going to call it good. I want to go ahead and check these lines a little bit. I think the lines are okay. Just want to see if there's any leaks in that part that I worked on there, the relief cap. I don't see a puddle. It's still clean in there. We really haven't run it much. No leaks in the fittings. Okay, I guess that's a success. Yep. So inside that black foam there is two hard lines, copper hard lines that go up to the power steering unit and to the steering gear up front. And that is where you can hear the noise from. It's not real cold right now, so it's probably not the greatest test, but I did put my hand on them. I could feel and hear a little bit of pump pulsations, I guess you could describe it as, coming from those lines. So, there is definitely a resonance that gets, amplified through there. So it remains to be seen if the better fluid delivery is going to rectify the issue or not. We're going to have a cooler day and go for a cold test drive to really know what the behavior is going to be. Okay, I think that's a wrap for this project. I got a little update on the Jeep too. Some of you that follow along saw my post earlier this week about our Jeep Wrangler Unlimited that had the wobble of death. After I made that post and shared it to the Jeep Facebook page and the dealership Facebook page, I got a call on a Monday morning to go ahead and bring it in, and they would take care of all that. So today was our appointment. They installed a new steering stabilizer They did a tire rotation, balance, and alignment, all at no charge. Try and make that right. So that's good. We have yet to really, test drive that and see if, the problem is gone. I would suspect at this point that it should be greatly diminished or gone altogether. I still need to take the bus out for a test drive, but it's hot and it's getting a little later in the evening, and I think I'll wait until this weekend to go out for the test drive and put this through its paces. Really, if there's going to be an issue, I want to find out close to home, because we've got a trip coming up and don't want to have a problem out on the road. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for updates. Thanks.